Oh, hi everyone. Welcome back to the 1940-41 John Deere B tractor restoration. And in the last video we posted, we discussed the engine oil pump, heart of the tractor. Well, I got it all cleaned up as I was doing, and there we have it installed in the bottom of the crankcase. What we're looking at there is obviously the large screen that goes around the casting, which holds the two gears, and then the drive shaft comes up and is driven off the bottom of the camshaft gear. There was a couple of things that I should have maybe said. There are measurements that you need to just take when you're inspecting an oil pump. One of the measurements is to check clearances between the gears and the housing. In any good book it'll tell you what those clearances should be. But that one was alright. We discussed about putting in the correct thickness of gasket between the cover case, the cover and the gears and the bottom of the casing. And that should be 20 thou, no more nor less. So yeah, so that was pretty well it really. It's primed, slightly primed. I put a bit of oil in it. One key thing, put oil in them to prime them. But with the beauty of that one being in the bottom of the crankcase, of course, once you fill the crankcase full of oil, it floods into it anyway, so it has no other chance to being primed because it's actually sitting in the bottom of the oil. So yeah. So now we are. We got some bearings. Our bearings eventually turned up for the gearbox. We're looking at the bottom set of gears there. Those are the ones that sit in the bottom of the gearbox, and those are the ones which are fixed to the shaft. And this is the one on this end here is the one that rotates on the shaft. I.e., when the tractor's in neutral, those will always be turning. Those gears always turn, but the rest of them are fixed to that shaft, and those are the ones that eventually transmit power from the different ratios from the sliding gears in the top down through the different size gears and eventually through that gear which drives onto the crown wheel of the differential. And funny enough, on the internet, on YouTube, I found someone who made a video. I wonder who that could have been. And from that I managed to take a photograph and just correctly check that I've got all the gears in the correct position on that shaft, because obviously I have to press a new bearing on here and I have to press a new bearing on there, and if by chance I get one of these gears the wrong way around, obviously I'm going to have to take the bearing off again. So yeah, I took a picture off one of my videos and just to double check, and it seems all correct there. I hadn't forgotten how it went back together, being it that it was quite a while since I took it to bits. I just cleaned it in a big tub of petrol. Beauty of the petrol is it evaporates when you blow it off with the airline, and then you can just give it all a good wire brush off and it comes up quite clean. It looks absolutely spectacular. So yeah. The only bearings I've not replaced are those high mat type bearings inside here. Now these are a little bit of play on them, but for this application I'm quite happy to reuse those bearings. It's interesting to see there is quite a bit of where this tractor has been in its past. It's obviously been damp, and there's a lot of these shiny bits of metal do have quite a bit of rust pitting on them. Don't know if that's showing up too well, but even the gears, some of the gears on these faces are slightly marked, but again it'll be fine. It'll be fine. As someone pointed out to me, it's only a toy. Thank you very much. So yeah, so we take that shaft once it's built back round to the gearbox, and it drops into the bottom of the gearbox. It sits in this hole here and across that way, and across to the other side, so it sits in the bottom two holes. You put in one of the bearing tracks in here, and then the shaft slides in, and then you tighten the whole thing up by using one of those, the quill, and it's a similar sort of deal to the differential. You tighten it up with shims under the quill until you get the correct end float. So it's not too difficult, just a matter of fiddling really. So yeah, no, it's looking alright. So my first job now, after I've cleaned all this shaft up, is to get these bearings pressed on, and we'll go from there. I'm hoping to try and get me putting the cluster in on video. I'm hoping to. So okay then, thank you.